Sorry.
You are live.
We are live.
That's not how you normally talk.
We are live. We are live.
You are live. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
we are
everyone.
live.
We are live. You're stopping now.
That's what you need to stop.
Okay.
Keep going.
I sound like an echo.
Okay. So.
Waiting for some people to get in here. I don't know how to tell.
Yeah.
We got 5 thumbs up already.
Ooh.
Hey, there's Mary Lee North. Hello.
Hello.
Hold on. Why are we behind?
Yeah. It's because we're.
Other part of it.
Yeah.
Can you put Mandela on?
Just keep talking over. I need this.
Hold on. Rocky's trying to adjust some stuff, and I'm talking, and then my mouth moves. There's our epic RV adventure.
Hit the thumbs up.
Okay. Now we're good. Hold on. Things are missing. Sorry, everyone. We're just trying to get adjusted again. Just like
Give me other
Justin and Christina RV Van Life is in here. We have Nursing Our Travel Bug. Jeannie Bainey is in here. I'm sorry if I get distracted. I have one kid trying to paint my toenails while I'm trying to do my live.
Our live,
Our
not
live.
yours.
Proceeding onward in America. Hello. Joel Jacobs. How many followers do we have?
Oh, we have 1,209.
1,209 subscribers.
Andy.
And Imagine Your Odyssey is in here. Hello.
Imagine you're Andy.
Dreaming Out Loud RVing is in here. Hello. So, okay. Just click on every once in a while. Throw one of them up there. Again, on Monday, girls, ladies night, we have a special guest tonight. I'm waiting for a couple more people. We got 12 people in here. Wait until I get a couple more people in here. Steve Turtle. Harvey, kids don't get distracted. You're right. We have kids.
Odyssey.
Control B.
Hold on.
Where's control?
Say
This one?
this chat.
No, this one.
This is live.
And top.
Okay.
Then
This isn't for anybody. It's just for
Submit.
Rocky.
It's
enter.
Grace.
Enter.
Grace Jacobs from school, and that's my dad's name. Do you know who that is?
Aletheia's word?
I don't know. Oh, Aletheia's not on. All right, so yeah, we have 10 in the room. Just trying to say hello to everybody that's in here a little bit, so we get.
Everybody click on that link.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I put a link in there, but that's for our special guest. So I'm just having one person on tonight because I tried several before, and that was way chaotic. So, yes, we do. Who else? We have Gray TV in here. Hello. Let's go somewhere. Motorhome Travel says I'm on my own tonight. Kevin is on night shift, so I struggle to sleep. I struggle to sleep every night. I'm not a good sleeper.
Steve Turtle. Did you ever say it?
Thank you, Steve Turtle. No, you're not a girl, but yes, it is still fun.
Gray TV. Yes. This is our, how many lives have we? Well, for girls.
This is like, I think this is our third live, maybe.
For girls.
Fourth? No, it said 4 on there.
Oh, yeah. Second for girls. New. Or.
Nothing edited. Hello.
So there's
Yep.
playlist.
We were just on Nothing Edited today playing their playlist, and they're playing ours, so we greatly appreciate that. Click on there so that.
I did.
Oh, you did? Well, don't click on too many times. I don't know. How is everyone today? It was actually kind of, what was it, like almost 50 degrees outside
55.
today. 55, that's a little hot. I think it was like 45, 50.
55?
Hello, Stacy Della Pena. I'm not sure if I said that right, but hello. All right, so we have 14 in the chat. We have a special guest in the waiting. I was going to bring them on, but Daddy touched the button.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting to get back to the screen. Okay. I'm gonna
Wait, hold on. Who's
click on that and hello,
Jerry.
Beyond Beauty 3. Hello.
Jerry?
That's right. Click on her.
Sorry. Jerry Holly.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
We have the yeah. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good, good.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, you're welcome. Glad to have you. So everyone, this is Shelly from our Epic RV Adventure. And we decided to have her on tonight. Well, she asked to come on, but we like doing this ladies' night thing and having different ladies on and panels and stuff. Nice, Shelly. What's your husband doing? Is he there?
He is. He's sitting over here because he's trying to put our logo on the screen on the TV.
Yeah,
but
that's what.
I'd have to move. So here you go. There you go.
There you go.
Yay.
Nice.
We were just right before you guys came, or before you came on, we were trying to figure out with different color lights back here, and trying to figure out how we could make like our logo show up on the back, because I know One Strange Adventure does that with lights instead of a green screen. So we were just trying to do that, but we didn't think about the TV idea.
Well, we're last minute as usual, and we put the green screen up where I wanted it because I said when I did Diva Night, I was kind of twisted and turned and I didn't like it. And so I wanted to be more face on and a little closer. And so we put it up and too much light. There's just too much light, because you get the ceiling lights in an RV and a lot of light. So you got to figure that out. And we didn't plan ahead.
Yeah.
We're last minute kind of people.
Yeah, that's Rocky. Like, I think 10 minutes into it was like, oh, I have an idea. And then, but I guess it didn't really work. But anyway. So what we like to do is start with some simple questions first.
Okay.
Just kind of interview you, get to know you, and so everyone else can get to know you.
All right.
Let's see. Okay. We'll start with, what is your channel name, and can you tell us a little bit about it?
Okay. Our channel name is Our Epic RV Adventure, and it is me and my husband and his service dog Talon. We have 2 children, but they are adults and out living on their own, so they don't get to be part of it. No. Actually, our daughter said, we could maybe put up a video here, there, with some of our travels too. So we may have a few guest spots of mini-me.
Do your kids travel?
Our daughter and son-in-law do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, your son-in-law, right, is with the Air Force?
Yes, he's stationed at Dyess Air Force Base. He is a firefighter out there, and he just finished basic and his tech school last year. So he's at his first duty station.
Okay. Yeah, we just visited with a friend yesterday who just became a Marine. He just went for, like, I guess the basic boot camp training, and
right.
Yeah, he wants to go for, I think, like the aeronautics stuff. I think that's right. Mechanic on the airplanes and stuff. I think I'm correct. But yeah, we just saw him yesterday, and he's a friend, and it's like hard to let him go. So I can't imagine like a son-in-law.
Yeah, it was interesting because it was new for me, because being a military family, we're used to that separation and things, but it was different seeing our daughter go through it.
Oh, okay. Wow. So you like everyone in your family?
Yeah. Well, she stayed with us while he was in basic and at tech school. She couldn't go with him, so they got married in January. He left in February, and then they reunited in August.
Oh my gosh.
So, but we kind of are a military family. My brother, well, I don't know how you say it. Once they're, once a Marine, always a Marine. But he was in the Marine Corps, and did 8 years. And then my father was Navy. My grandfathers were both Navy. My cousin is in Coast Guard. So, I mean, we cover a lot of it. And of course, we have a Sticks and Bricks by an Army base. So we have lots of Army friends.
Yeah, I noticed on some of your videos, they were like at different Air Force bases and stuff.
Yeah, well, with Michael's job, we travel, and so we do go to a lot of the military installations.
Okay. Are they like? Do you get to do a lot of travel?
Oh, I lost you. I can't hear. I think you can. You hear me? I might need assistance. I cannot hear.
Are they like?
Oh.
Do you get to do a lot of travel? Can you hear now?
Okay, I can hear now. Awesome.
So it might have, our daughter got off my lap. She might have yanked the
Oh,
plug
okay.
out.
No worries. I think you asked if I did a lot of travel. And we lost it again. So I will just answer that question while we're waiting. We travel about every 3 months for Michael's work. He is in charge of some of the training and stuff that our airmen get. And so he meets regularly with other people in the Air Force people, airmen. He meets with other chiefs, and they have meetings about every 3 months in different locations. And so I get the benefit of being able to go along since we travel in our RV. I can't hear you. All right. There we go. I heard a sound. Maybe you're back. Almost.
Hello? No sound.
You're back now. You're back now.
You're back now.
I am back now.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Quick question.
Yeah. Okay. How long have you had your channel?
We started our channel on December 9th. We actually put it together a couple days before that, but our first video went out on December 9th. So we just celebrated 2 months. So
Oh, wow.
We're still newbies at it.
Wow.
We're still learning all about it and just having a lot of fun.
Yeah. Something.
Hold on, we're trying to figure something out again.
Justin and Christina,
Sure.
hold on. You were accidentally timed out here.
What?
You can't press.
I didn't do it.
Okay, I think you can still hear me though, right?
Yeah, just keep going.
I can still hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, and
go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say, Lucky Dog said it's awesome that I get to travel with Michael. It is. I've been very fortunate. I don't have to work outside the home. I never really did, but I have worked at different things over the years just because I wanted to. And so I do work right now, and I'm able to do that job when we go to different installations. So it's really cool.
That's good. Wow. So I didn't realize you've only been doing it for 2 months. That's pretty great.
Yep.
Though.
It's pretty exciting. We really enjoy it.
That's good. Okay. What made you want to start your channel?
It's kind of twofold. One is we homeschooled our children and they were with us all the time. And so we wanted to be able to kind of keep them with us so that they could travel along and we could still talk about things because we do talk to them on a regular basis. So, we really wanted to have, that connection still. So that was one aspect of it. The other side benefit, and I don't, if anybody's been on our channel, they've heard Michael talk about that he was involved in a terrorist bombing. And so he has PTSD and a TBI, and that causes him to, sometimes have memory issues. So we wanted to kind of capture where we've been and what we've done and, who we've met.
Yeah.
And kind of keep a documented record of that so that we don't forget. And he doesn't forget like a memory like that, but it's more along the lines like, where was this place at? And so, we can't remember, was it in Florida or was it in Alabama? So things like that. So it's better for us to document it.
So one of my questions was like, what is your goal with your channel? So is that your goal, or did you want to, is it just strictly for you guys, or are you trying to grow it at the same time?
No, one of the things that we want to do eventually, and we've talked with Wayward Wags about it, is to be able to reach out to veterans. Michael and I both have a strong desire to help families who've dealt with trauma. And so both of us have gone back to school and I've received a bachelor's in psychology with military resilience, and then a master's in counseling with marriage and family. And Michael has a master's with military resilience. So we want to take that and be able to help those that have had trauma. And so and that could just be connecting with them along the road and meeting them and just having a talk with them and just telling them that they're not alone. Um, you know, some days can be hard and some days can be good. So
Yeah.
hopefully more good days than hard days.
Yeah. Well, that's great. That's good to hear that. Then I guess that kind of leads into what is your favorite thing about what you do?
Meeting people.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a talker. So, I mean, I don't know how you guys knew that about me or not, but I love to meet people and talk. And one of the things that I think I do well is getting to know somebody fairly quickly. I like to find out a lot about them. So, kind of what you're doing tonight with me, I kind of do that on a daily basis when I meet people because I want to know, why do you enjoy doing what you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
So part of
Yeah,
the psychology background, I guess, um, but I really enjoy that because when you get to know somebody on a more personal level, it just makes everything better.
Mm-hmm.
You can have more meaningful relationships.
Yeah, a lot of people are on here saying about like, um, that's really great, Shelley, and like thank you for what you do. And what is
Well,
POA is asking, have you heard about the TAPS program?
yes, Michael's saying yes, he's heard about it. Yeah, we have heard about that. We have been involved in a couple different programs, um, so and helped out with those. There are good programs out there, um, for those that need them. So that's another thing is being able to connect people to other resources because just like Becky did, I mean, we may not have heard about that. And sometimes we do have people say, hey, have you heard about this organization or that organization or this program or that program? And sometimes we have and sometimes we haven't. But being able to take that and then pass it on to somebody else, if it isn't something we need at the moment, is beneficial.
What? Okay. Um, let's see. Do you want to ask her one?
I'll ask one.
Okay. Okay. What has been your biggest challenge so far?
The biggest challenge, that one. Here's my biggest challenge. Um, I I think it's just anybody. I think we have the same challenges as anybody else. When you're first starting out, you don't know what you don't know, and then something goes wrong, and you gotta
Oh,
try
yeah.
to figure it out or whatever. And we've told the story about being in below zero, below zero, wasn't below zero, below freezing, and our you know everything getting cut off, and because there was like an extra button you had to push on the to reset everything. And we weren't smart because I was running the microwave, the dryer, the space heater, the fireplace, and realizing you can't do all that. It's a little bit different in an RV than at home. And you kind of forget that sometimes
Yeah.
when you do.
So you guys aren't full time, right? Like I saw you describe it yesterday as like, what is it? Any of the time, most of the time,
Most
RVers.
times, we're most timers.
Yeah.
Well, that's the funny thing because we had a Class C and we would go out in it and we really enjoyed it. But somehow, when our daughter was moving that weekend, our son said, hey, and my father-in-law owns a business and he needed some help. And so my son went to go work for him. And all of a sudden we're like, ooh, we're empty nesters. There's nobody here. And so then we had some trips and some things, and Kira wanted us to come to Texas, and we're like, okay, we could do that and do Route 66 and visit Little Rock and do the things we need to do, and then be back home. And we realized when we were home at Christmas that like all we wanted to do was be back out on the road again, and so we were itching for to get back out, and we're like, oh, the Tampa RV show, and then you can do your meetings and I can do my stuff at McDill, and then we have our Tiffin rally next week, and then we'll head towards Mississippi. And then I said to my work, I was like, do you really need me back for this one event? I'll fly home for it because, that's my responsibility, my job. And they said, no, that's okay. And I was like, yes. So now we can do some other things that, we had, that we would have liked to do. And so Michael was adding it up and said, yeah, we're really not home. We're
Yeah.
just not even there. So,
So are you guys trying to go full time then?
I think we probably eventually will. But because of his knee, I told him that absolutely it wasn't in the cards at the moment, because if he does have to have a knee replacement, it would be hard to get in and out of the rig. I mean, it's just a fact of life. And so once we kind of get past this, whether, he can get through it for a few more years or whether he has to go ahead and get that done, I don't know. But we'll just kind of take it a day at a time. But I said that still doesn't, he can still clean out the garages and, start getting rid of things. And
yeah, that's what we noticed that too. Like when we camped a lot this summer, because we're not full time yet either. So when we camped a lot this summer and we would come home for the, like, I don't know, weekends or something, and hold on, she's pulling my ear. You know, just like even just doing dishes or just like, it's weird because you're like, there's too much space. We don't need all this. So
right.
I'm like, there's so much stuff we had to do when we came home, and it's so much easier just to. I'm sure there's going to be days where we're like, oh, this place is so tiny, I can't stand it, I want my house back. But I kind of would rather stay in that small camper area with less stuff. It's so much clutter.
My parents moved. Yeah, my parents moved from, the house that we were used to, the 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath house. And just, you know, um, they moved to a smaller, like 1,100 square foot home. And I was like, yes, that's what I want to do. And my dad goes, no, 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 no. You still have teenagers. You can't quit. This is not for you yet. Just be patient. And so we had a 2,700 square foot home, and we downsized to I think 1,800. I think is what we're at now. And even that's, sometimes I'm like, I don't want to clean it. I'll be honest.
I know.
I don't want to clean it.
I know.
Like, I'm tired of cooking and I'm tired of cleaning. Those are two things. And so when you're in an RV, you can make simple meals, and you can cleaning is like half an hour. Like,
yeah,
you're just done. So
yeah, and then we end up spending so much time outside that you're not in the house, in the trailer, making a mess.
Right.
But you were talking about your husband and possibly needing knee surgery, and I was also thinking like New Horizon, how she looks. She was walking through some of the campers. I believe it was the Tampa RV show, and a lot of them really aren't like accessible if you are handicapped or injured, and I never realized that until kind of joining YouTube and having some people that like Susan and whoever following us or us following them, and I never really thought about how inaccessible they are to like handicap or whatever.
And each rig is different too, because like, just because you say it's a class A doesn't mean that it's necessarily steep stairs. I think we kind of have, steeper stairs. We're higher off the ground, I guess, is really what I want to say. So, it's harder to get up into the rig, if you were older, or if you had knee problems, or, whatever. And so, but like, our neighbors have a class A, and it's an older one, and it's like 2 steps and they're in. So it really depends on, I guess, what kind of manufacturing rig too. So
yeah, I guess maybe if you wanted to go into like the $500,000 ones that maybe had airbags and drop down and stuff like that, maybe.
Well, it's funny because I went in those and I wasn't really impressed. I think Ricky said that from RV Underway said they're rolling casinos, and I mean, it does look like that because they're the shiny floors, lights everywhere and stuff. And I was like, somewhere along the way, I like it to be. If you see it's kind of dark back here, I mean, I got a candle going, my Hershey candle, by the way, my candle going, and I like it in the evenings to kind of be cozy, and shiny floors and bright lights are not it.
Yeah, we walked around. We went to one that was like 480,000. Now I was like, okay, guys. Now I expected something elaborate, and it was just like the floors made out of glass, or or I don't
Right.
know. And it was very shiny and very not us.
Yeah, and one of the bathroom sinks was like super tiny. I mean, it was like the size of Talon's water bowl. I was like, kind of
Do you
small.
wanna? All right. Do you wanna ask her this next one?
Who won truth or dare?
Okay, she wants to ask you the fun questions. My last question, more
Okay.
serious question is, what is your Rocky would like to know the answer to this too. What
Okay.
is your honest opinion on the game of bocce ball?
What's that? That's my part.
I know, right? We've been talking about it. Okay, I did actually go out and sit with them out there today, and I watched. So I learned a little bit. They have a red ball and a green ball and a yellow ball. And the yellow ball you toss out first, and then you toss out a red ball, and then you toss out a green ball, or I don't know which one goes first, but the teams are red and green. And so whichever one is the closest, then the other one has to keep trying to get closer. And I was like, okay, this is kind of interesting. And I was drinking my coffee and it was getting warmer outside. And I said something to the gentleman about, wow, it's getting warm out here. And I said, I saw them all sitting out here in their sweatshirts. And he goes, honey, you're a lot younger than all these people out here playing bocce. They need their sweaters and their sweatshirts
Aw.
this morning. So I was like, oh, okay. But really nice people here, really nice people. And so I learned a little bit about that. They invited me to come play shuffleboard and today.
Yeah.
So I could run play shuffleboard, but I didn't have the opportunity to do that at the time that they were going to play. And then I did go swimming. So hence why I had to join here.
I had to actually look up what bocce ball was. I wasn't even sure what it was.
I know, right? Well, I've decided I probably need to do a video on it because Michael said when he looked it up on YouTube, he goes, man, this is popular.
Yeah, I don't think any of the campgrounds we've been to have it, but shuffleboard, like you said, is one that seems to be popular, and this one's trying to learn how to play shuffleboard. They just kind
wow. Well, the lady at the pool told me there's 3 or 4 different ways that they play. And she goes, I only like the one where you got to knock them off the board. I was like, all right.
I bet that was fun though, talking
a little bit. You know, it is. I really, age is relevant to me. I mean, it doesn't bother me. I think, older people have so much wisdom and, you can learn a lot. And these people have been around for a while. They've been coming to the campground for, years and years and years, and they know everything. And so the one lady was giving me the rundown of which, games I might want to go play, card games, and which ones I might not. And, this one costs $0.25 and this one's $1.50 and all that. And she's just really trying to make sure that I understood everything. And so, I appreciate that. I like any type of information, even if I'm not going to go play, Pinochle or whatever.
Yeah. All right. So we have some fun questions. It's some more would you rather, which you answered a couple the other day, but we still have a couple more.
Hit the thumbs up too.
Oh, okay.
That's what Daddy told me. The Rams making a video.
Yeah, everybody hit the thumbs up.
Yeah. All right. Just start reading.
You do it.
All right. First one. Would you rather get up early to see the sunrise or stay up late to see the sunset?
Okay. That's funny because I actually take a lot of sunset pictures versus sunrise. I do love the early morning. I love that peaceful quietness of the early morning. But since having teenagers and they like to stay up really late, I somehow have turned my clock a little bit more to where I'm up later and I don't get up as early. So I would say sunsets at this point.
That's what we said, sunset. We're rarely up for sunrise.
I mean, we did it once at the beach.
Oh, yeah. Buckeye Kitty just did a sunrise morning on her way back to Ohio. And I was like, oh, thank you for that. Because it was really pretty.
Yeah. I mean, it was like, it's neat in the morning with the fog and like she said, the birds chirping and things like that. But the color of the sky at sunset is beautiful.
Same with the sunrise. It's like orange.
Well, I do have to get up sometimes early when Michael has his meetings. We have one vehicle, obviously, and we tow it. And so if I want the car for the day while he's in meetings or whatever, usually I'll just drive him into work. So if he has to be there super early, sometimes I can catch a sunrise.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Do you want to ask her number 3?
This one?
Okay. You know this one. Go ahead. Okay. Number 3. Would you rather talk like Yoda or breathe like Darth Vader?
That is a really interesting question.
I know.
Yoga.
Yeah.
I don't know. Would I annoy myself with either one of those? Probably. I'm gonna say I would probably talk like Yoda.
Yeah.
So there's something about that weird breathing.
This is the only time.
Yeah, I remember from Night at the Museum, there was Darth Vader in the museum, and he was like breathing really heavy, and one of the guys, the wax museum characters, was like, "Why are you talking like that? Are you asthmatic?"
Exactly.
Talk like Yoda. This is the only time you can be doing this.
Talk like Yoda? I will.
That's awesome.
Lebanese
Maybe you can
Gamer
go up with
Pro.
Mark, the art of RVing, right?
Yeah, everybody's picking Yoda. All right.
Yeah. See, I just, no
Go ahead.
breathing issues here.
Yeah. All right. Are you asking any? Every time I tell you, you say no. Would you rather go hiking or fishing?
Okay.
Hiking. I do like fishing if I was sitting there with somebody, but I talk too much to fish. One, because you're supposed to be quiet, I think, and I talk too much for it. And 2 is you have to put a worm or something on there, and then you have to take the fish off. So neither of those are what I can do. So if somebody's with me that will do all those things for them, I don't mind. I like fishing, but I would say hiking. I like to hike.
I would pick hiking because I never catch a fish for one.
Yeah. The little one catches a fish all the time, but that's my year.
No.
So someone on here is saying that you're addicted to live streaming.
He's trying to get me back because I made a comment about him live streaming all the time. Because when I'm at work, he's live streaming. When I live stream, I open up the door. It's just him and his closest friends looking at the drone he got. I mean, just yeah.
I know.
But it just so happened that these sort of fell in a row, and so yeah. But
what are we looking at?
Oh.
Fishing. Lebanese Gamer Pro. I used to fish when I was 12 years old with my grandfather. Yeah, we used to fish also when we were younger, but like you said, being quiet is not
my thing. No.
Yeah, it's not in any of our family. I don't think it was in our family when we were young. It's definitely not in the family now. And I could sit there. I could sit there quietly, but all I hear is mom. Hey, Aaron, mom.
What? I didn't come from a quiet family. Michael came from a quiet family. I did not. Our family was loud and boisterous, and we had people over all the time. And when we got married, he was like, "Can you be quiet? Like, can you just a little bit?" Now he's used to me.
All right, the last would you rather?
Wait, hold on. This is a little rocky.
Would you rather be kept awake all night by dog barking or be woken up early by bocce ball players?
Oh, bocce! I would just go out and join them. Absolutely, the dog barking thing. Yes, I know, because that's the 2 complaints we have: dogs and bocce. Michael's always much more sensitive to that stuff than I am. When I go to sleep, I go to sleep, and but I do hear him talking, but it's not a big deal to me. I think that comes from, again, the family being loud, and you'd go to bed and there'd still be people talking or having a good time or whatever, and so it doesn't bother me. My mom. So true. See? My backup right there.
Which one is your mom? Ah, hello.
Jean Bainey is my mom.
I did not know that. Okay. I've seen her in so many lives, and then I guess this is the first time I've heard you say that, but yeah, I didn't know that. Hi, Mom.
Well, that's the funny thing. I come from a YouTube family.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, my brother does the Star Wars Newsnet and the Resistance broadcast. He does a podcast and a YouTube channel on all Star Wars related stuff.
Oh, wow.
And then my mom does an art channel.
So do you think your brother would have picked Yoda or breathe like Darth Vader?
Oh, you know what? I don't know, Mom. You might need to answer that. He probably would have picked Yoda, probably. I would say. So, but yeah, and both of their channels are like way bigger than mine are. So and that's okay with us. We're just having a good time with it.
Yeah.
They've been around for a while.
All right. Do you want? Okay, so we have some other questions. It's called this or that. Like, which one would you rather? This one or that?
Okay. Okay.
I feel like
you gotta get louder.
Would you rather?
No. Ice cream.
Ice cream or cake?
Ice cream. I mean, yeah, ice cream. Totally.
Yeah.
I would do both, like mix them together so you get ice cream cake.
Rocco, there's.
Yeah, I like both. I would eat both. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom said Yoda.
This one, Rocky is struggling off camera.
Yes.
It's girls' envy. Okay, next one.
Cats or dogs? Cat or dog?
Dogs.
Yeah.
Dogs. If I said cats, Talon would have been like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, we had cats, but not a lot. Like,
we had cats when I was growing up, and I like cats. Yeah, I don't have a problem with cats. Michael,
yeah.
Another story. But I love all animals except the lizards and and that's the thing. Wayward Wags, they have Scout, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I could do that, but he seems to be really nice, so maybe.
Yeah, we have 3 dogs, so I mean dogs is kind of our answer.
Yeah.
Question
number 3: pancakes or waffles?
Pancakes or waffles, man. That depends on what mood I'm in, but I would probably say I would choose waffles.
Yeah, I haven't had waffles.
But they got to be big Belgian waffles.
Oh.
I haven't had waffles in a while.
Ooh.
Lebanese.
Well, one of the things that was always nice when you're traveling and you went to the hotel, we would stay at Hilton's and they would always have the waffle maker. And so I was like, oh, that's pretty awesome. So I really kind of got used to the waffles there.
Yeah,
now we don't.
We used to have a popcorn or a waffle maker, and I don't know why I got rid of it. And now the kids are like, let's have some waffles. What are you looking at? Waffles are just pancakes with abs.
True, Becky. Very true. It's the same mix, just a little thicker.
Go to that one. No, don't ask that one. Just keep skipping around.
Coke or Pepsi?
Ooh, Coke.
Yeah, Coke here.
Water.
Well, I don't like Pepsi, but
water.
Well, to be honest, I really wasn't raised on anything name brand. I think my dad bought everything generic, so we drank a lot of like Big K.
Yeah.
So
do we here. So it's like
Kool-Aid.
Sam's Club or
Yeah.
Well, we only had soda like when we had parties and stuff like that, or like the Super Bowl was coming on, things like that. Most of the time we drank Kool-Aid, and I'm going to tell my mom, she would only put like a half a cup of sugar in it. So
yeah,
it's kind of.
I've never heard of Diet Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, there's like
I've
Diet
heard of
everything.
Dr. Pepper.
I like Diet Dr. Pepper. Yep.
Oh.
I usually drink root beer though.
Oh, you're a root beer fan. You like root beer.
Mm-hmm.
And Dr. Pepper. Dr. Peppers.
All right.
I want to
just ask.
I talk so much I limit my caffeine, so I stick with root beer.
Summer or winter?
Summer or winter? Summer. I mean, Susan's video though with all the snow, I mean that was really, really, really pretty, and I really enjoyed that today when I watched. I miss that aspect. Like I love the snow, but I have an allergy to the cold. And when I was young, I'd have to walk to school, and in Ohio, it was really bitter and cold, and I'd get huge welts, and my fingers would swell, my feet would swell, and it was terrible.
Oh
So
wow.
I just
Summer.
yeah. So
People-
I'm not a fan of the cold, really. Yeah, definitely summer.
Yeah. Let's see who else is saying. Foreign EXP is saying summer. Crystal's saying summer. Yeah. When we go full time, I would like to try. I mean, Alaska's like on my list of wanting to go. I mean, I would love to just try Alaska, and I know we have to be way prepared for that and everything. But I, wow, I would like to try winter camping one time.
Winter camping in Alaska, or do you
Yeah,
want to
no,
try
no.
it in the lower 48
If-
first?
If we're gonna do it, we might as well just do it. Like, go all
Okay.
the way.
All right. Well, my understanding is my cousin is moving back to Alaska. He's done 3 tours with the Coast Guard up there, and so they love Alaska, and so I think he's moving back up there. So when he does that, we'll have to go.
Yeah. So he
Camping
was
is
there.
backyard.
He's going back, so it wasn't that horrible.
No, they love it. They have 6 kids, and they lived in Sitka, Alaska, and
Wow.
they love it. And they'd post pictures on Instagram, and their backyard is like mountains, and I mean, just crazy beautiful pictures.
Wow.
Okay. Next one.
Yeah, that's all. I just imagine it being, I don't know, just amazing. And I would like to spend some time there where it's like all day is daytime or all day is nighttime. Just one
Oh
time.
yeah. That's the part I don't know that I would do so well with is I need my sunshine, which is another reason why I really like summer.
Yeah, that here too. Like we had sun today for the first time in a while, and it was nice. Like it was nice and calming, and it was pleasant.
Yeah, there was a little boy at the pool, and he was trying to talk to me and everything, and I said, "Hold on, okay, just wait a minute. You see that sun right there? I'm just letting the sun. I'm closing my eyes and letting the sun warm me. I need a peaceful moment here." He was really cute.
Howling Fun RV Adventure says we are going to Alaska in a couple of years. I would love to visit in the winter, but not all winter. Yeah. I think it would be very neat to walk out of your camper and see snow at least once.
Kids too.
The kids too. We don't get, it's like winter is not.
Would you guys rather live in? Go ahead.
Winter's not the same here anymore, so we don't get a lot of snow. But go ahead. Lebanese Gamer Pro is asking.
Would you guys rather live in the countryside or in the city countryside?
Okay, well, for us, I'd say Michael is a country boy and I'm a city girl.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so that's why I really like the house that we have right now in Fayetteville because I'm literally 0.4 from Walmart and every fast food and Ross and I just the whole street with everything on it. But we have over an acre and we have deer that run through our yard and Methodist University, has the chimes of the bells and it plays in the
Yeah.
backyard and it's really peaceful. So, and we have like a water that goes back through there so you can hear it too. And I don't know. So we kind of have the best of both worlds. I really,
Yeah.
There's the country, but when I want to go shopping, I don't want to drive an hour to do it.
Yeah, we're kind of in between smaller cities. Like I mean, we have the fields and the farmland around us and stuff, but it's like 5 minutes to Walmart and stuff like that. But I don't know about living, like if you went to New York and things like that, I don't know that I could do that.
No, it's not New York.
Well, Michael grew up in Beaufort and he went to school and that was the closest town. He actually grew up in a little town called South River. And so you had to take a road and it was about 30 minutes and there was nothing on this road. And then you got to his little community, which was like a church and 50 houses. So, it was definitely country. So every time that they went to school or anything, they would have to drive all the way out and all the way back in.
Yeah.
And I was just like, no, we'll never live here, but it's really sweet. We got married there. So.
Justin and it's moving. Justin and Christina said we live in Montreal, which is the biggest city in Quebec, Canada.
Oh, I love Canada. You know, we went up there to Niagara Falls on the Canadian side, and I mean, it was so beautiful. And I'd love to go to Montreal. I'd love to explore Canada a little bit more.
Yeah,
in the summer.
We haven't. I don't know if we'll get to Canada, but I know there's 1,000 trails in Canada. Isn't there? Yeah, there's 1,000 trails resort in Canada. So maybe one day, but.
Well, you know, Aaron, if you're going to go to Alaska, you have to go through Canada.
Okay, so we'll make
it usually that's how people get there. With RVs, anyway.
Well, let's just make like a winter road trip.
There you go. Man.
Oh, Beyond Beauty said you look sleepy tonight. Yeah, it's kind of been they have 4-day weekend. I don't even know what we did yesterday.
Yesterday we saw Dakota.
Oh yeah, yesterday we hung out with friends, but I don't know. I guess it's the weather. It's been hot. It's been cold. It's been windy and rainy, and then it's just back to warm, or not hot, like warm, and people are just getting sick, and it's a mess. Just I don't know. I missed where it was like spring, and then it was winter or fall or summer, and then fall, and then winter. Like it's all just mixed now.
You need some singing canary.
That's a second thing. Yeah. All right. So, Esme, do you want to ask me more of these?
Hey guys, it's him.
Hi guys, it's Amy. Sorry, I'm jumping in so late. That's okay. Our crazy RV life. We're glad to have you here. Okay, go.
Gold or silver?
Silver. I used to like gold a whole lot, and then I sort of have shifted to silver. Now my wedding set is gold.
Yeah.
But everything else is silver. So
I like silver. Yeah.
Frozen yogurt or ice cream?
Ice cream.
Yeah, ice cream.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Frozen yogurt isn't really like. I don't really like frozen yogurt.
Ketchup or mustard?
Ketchup or mustard, definitely ketchup.
Depends on what it is on. So
I don't like mustard.
Yeah.
Is it like a burger or a hot dog?
I don't know.
I do mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. See, yeah, mayonnaise.
Yeah.
I like mayonnaise on hot dogs and hamburgers, and on green peas, frozen green peas.
Frozen green peas on your on what?
When frozen green peas and you put mayonnaise on it.
Huh.
I don't know. That's probably like my mom's thing. I think she told me that, like, you know, they used to do when she was young, and that's California, so that explains it, I guess. But yeah, grew up with that.
Yeah, she'll go into the freezer and grab frozen vegetables, and it's like her snack.
I ate corn earlier.
Corn. I love to get frozen corn out of the freezer. Yeah, and just eat it. Yep.
She does that all the time.
Peas, green beans, carrots.
I haven't done much more than corn. Broccoli's okay.
Broccoli's okay frozen.
Let's see. It's Beyond Beauty 3, I believe. Oh, is Beyond Beauty 3 still in here? Yeah, Mary Lou North said at least there's veggies going in. Smart cookie. I'm not sure. You'll have to wait and see. We have while we were doing our live, our little 6-year-old was in the bathroom doing a makeup video.
And my nail.
And I think she wants to show everyone.
Awesome. Oh wow! All right.
It's so beautiful. Yep, your nails.
Those are the best times, the best ages, where they do these things. And, it's not half bad. Maybe a little dark for, for your age and time of night,
Well, that's what, like sometimes we worry.
A little cotton ball can't, help.
That's what, for our lives, sometimes like we include our kids into it. And I think we lose some viewers over that sometimes, but I mean, that's what our channel is about. And that's what, I mean, they really wanted to start the
especially me.
The YouTube channel, but
I wanted to start a YouTube channel.
We also wanted to do it, so we kind of incorporated it into both. And I know a lot of times we'll get our numbers really high, I think, because the kids are in here. But I mean,
howling.
I'm telling everybody now that's kind of like that's what our channel is about. And
howling at
I think you have to be yourself. You just have to be yourself, and if and yourself is your kids. I mean, they're there, they're part of it. I mean, that's a good thing.
Sometimes we get a little crazy on Fridays, and we're just like, stop it, or we'll see snapping or
howling fun RV. Goodbye, good night.
Yeah, but that's true reality right there, because we've all had kids, we've all done our snapping and our the look. We give them the look like, I'm on camera right now.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it to Michael all the
time. I do want to ask you, like, we're down to 10 minutes, I guess, but you had said that you homeschooled your kids.
I did.
Did you do that like all their lives? Did they do regular schooling and then homeschooling, or did you just always do homeschooling?
No, they did regular school up until 7th grade for Kyle and 5th grade for Kira. Kyle is 2 years older than Kira. So when I pulled Kyle out, she made a plea to her assistant principal and said she needed to be homeschooled as well. She was in the 5th grade and had a month left of school. So the assistant principal said, yeah, she probably needs to be homeschooled as well. So we pulled them
full time
out and homeschooled them through the rest of high school and that. But their 11th and 12th grade years were an online program through Liberty University, and so they ended up getting their bachelor's and their associates and their high school at the same time. Oh, was I going in and out?
Hold on. Uh-oh, she's frozen.
Am I frozen? Am I frozen on there?
Yeah. What are you connected to?
I don't know.
It keeps going off.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay. I think we've got you back.
There. Okay, just a minute. They're gone. I'm here. They're there.
We're just letting you run our live.
Okay. No worries. I'm not even sure I was on there. So
what are you saying?
So I'm not sure if you heard my homeschooling answer or not.
No, that was like one of my most important questions, because I'm trying to figure this out with the kids. I don't know what to do. Like, did you know anything about homeschooling before you did it?
I didn't. And so when I did pull my, I'm going to just say there were some issues, with the school system that Kyle was in. And so I got backed into a wall, and I said, I don't care. I'll pull my child out. I can teach him just as well as you can. So I did. But I was surrounded by other people who could homeschool or that were homeschooling.
Okay.
So,
and
is that what you asked?
Yeah.
Michael's over here saying, that's not what she asked. So I must have. Sorry.
No, because that's what I'm trying to figure out. There's like homeschooling and cyber schooling. I've never done homeschooling. I don't know what's the best choice. Like,
right.
I'm just afraid they're not going to listen to me. I have so many things going through my head.
Well, there's so much involved in that. And the kids will try to get away with whatever they get away with, let's be honest. But I think you just kind of, we just knew that we were only going to have so much time with our kids, plain and simple. And that time was invaluable to us. We wanted it with them, because we knew that when they turned 18, they could leave. I mean, we prepared them to leave. And so, we wanted that time. We were selfish, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Do children have to sit for exams if homeschooled? It depends on what state you're in. In Virginia, I had to submit testing for them. In North Carolina, I did not. So it does depend on what state you're in. There's a lot of different rules. And the testing could only be proctored by somebody who had a master's degree. So Michael did our proctoring at the time, because I didn't have my master's at that time when they needed it. But I just felt like, being able to have that time with them was great. So there are a lot of different options. If you don't feel that you're, capable of certain things, you can find tutors or whatever. I am not a math person at all.
Yeah.
And so we got a tutor. We got really, really lucky. She was super, super cheap. And she came to my home and she tutored the 2 kids in our schoolroom at the time. So we're very fortunate for that. But there's lots of different ways, and I'm always happy to talk about it too, offline as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I like being able to focus on what they really need to focus on, or take my time, or I mean, so it sounds really great, and it sounds, I think the kids would benefit from it. But then there's also the question of like, the friends, like not enough social activity and things like that.
I think it depends on where you're at and what you're doing. There were times where we struggled with that a little bit. In full disclosure, we moved in 2011, and I was trying to put them into this is how we ended up with the tutor. I tried to put them in a math class in a co-op, and I asked the lady, I said, so they won't be the only 2 in there, right? And she said, no. And I paid her the money, and we showed up the first day, and they were the only 2. And I said, that's okay. We'll just take them back home. I'm not going to get bribe your co-op so my kids can be in this class. So, so yeah, there are times where you struggle, especially as teenagers. There's a lot more when they're in the elementary and middle school age. So, it just depends, and it's up to you on what you put them in. We put our kids in Scouts and Civil Air Patrol when they were teenagers so that they had exposure, and there were a lot of homeschooling kids in there, so they had the benefit of meeting up at 1:00 in the afternoon at McDonald's if they had their schoolwork done or whatever, and kind of beat the rush of when the other kids were out of school. So
yeah, we see it as like if they're studying about Mount Rushmore or something like that, we could go see it, like instead of looking at a book, and we could go actually see
absolutely.
it. I mean, there's so much neat stuff, and cyber schooling is not out of the question either. I have been on Facebook pages and everything, just trying to figure this all out, but it's so confusing.
We'll chat later. Like in September, we have a whole month. We'll be at Cherry Hill, and then we'll have Hershey, and then we'll have Mayberry.
I know.
So we'll have all kinds of time to chat.
There's time for school next year. Nursing our child.
But if you don't want to put it in next year, then we can talk before then.
Yeah. What? So okay, we are at 7:58. I guess Happy Place. Who's on next? What do we have on next? We have Happy Place Diaries is on next. If we have any, is there any moderators in here that could drop the link? Rocky's one, but he's on his phone, so we have the computer. But I don't know. I want to thank you, Shelly, for coming on. It was fun.
Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed it.
Where's Cherry Hill? My husband wants to know where
Cherry Hill is. It's in Maryland. It's right above DC. So we're very, very close. So we're like maybe 45 minutes or an hour from where you guys are at, I think.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that would be nice to get together and talk and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah. Just waiting on the link for Happy Place Diaries.
I don't think we have any.
All the moderators went to go, fix a beverage.
Mary Lou North. Mary Lou North is another one that I'd like to speak to about homeschooling because she's in that process now. I just wish somebody. That's the easy thing about school is it's set up. You send your kid away and they take care of it. So
right.
Yeah.
True, but don't just take my advice or Mary's advice. I mean, just truly, get a collaboration and then do what's best for your kids, because what worked for her, what worked for me, what worked for anybody else may not work for your children because of how they learn and what your dynamics are in your home. So, definitely do just talk to everybody and kind of gather what you need to do, and just don't be afraid to just jump right in, because you're going to think it's one way and it won't be that way when you get into it.
Yeah.
And it's going to be more positives than negatives.
Yeah. I'm a worrier. I dread on things forever. I need to just jump in. That's hard to do, but yeah, that's what I need to do.
Well, we can talk about that too. Help that anxiety, girl.
Okay. Oh, my husband wants to make the announcement that we are all going to actually go to Mayberry. So
Yay!
Yeah, we are at site
68.
right next to
Ooh.
Thin Blue Lane. Yeah. So our dogs will be barking at their little chihuahuas and
No, Raylan called them last night.
Chinchillas.
Raylan called them last night chinchillas. She's like,
I guess that's good that I'm in like 128, because that's far away from the barking dogs. Is that what? But is there a ball court? That's the question.
Yeah, I don't know. If there is, we all need to play. Rocky says he needs to start lifting weights again.
Oh, Justin and Christina's RV van life are going to be there too. They're in 117. Awesome.
Yeah. All right. We have the site.
More moderators.
Link in there, right? There's a link in there?
Yeah.
Okay. So we did drop the link, and I want to thank you a million times again for being on. I really enjoyed it. It was really fun.
Thank you for having me.
It'll be fun because when we get to all these different places, I'll kind of know you guys a little bit, and it won't be so weird.
Absolutely.
So thank you very much.
It's never weird. Never weird.
All right. If everybody wants to go over to Happy Place Diaries and just do like an RV Kids Girl Raid.
Girl Raid.
Yeah. We would appreciate it. I believe he's on now.
Yeah, he's live.
Yeah, he's live now. So thank you again, Shelly.
Awesome. All right. Thank you. Have a great night, everybody.
You too. All right. We're just going to hang tight till everyone's out of here. Go back up there a second. Thank you. Barbara Carter said thank you. We enjoyed the show. It's very nice. I really enjoy interviewing the different people and learning about them and their channels, and it's nice to hear the different ways that people go about doing different things. Mary Lou North, yeah, we're going to Mayberry. So New Horizon says, yay, RV Kids going to Mayberry.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm excited for their work wall.
That's why I keep thinking about the the schooling, because if we're gonna do all these meetups, we have to take them out of school so much, then we just might as well do homeschooling and go meet all these people. That's lovely. Goodbye. We're going. Goodbye.
Good night. Peace to the out.